Hello, YTPC. This is Steve, and you're watching Smoking Cardboard. I just recorded this whole thing. Look at the end time. It was 30 minutes of me babbling about nothing. Which probably means that everybody would love it. I think that's kind of the common theme. If Steve thinks it's a crappy video, other people really enjoy it. If Steve thinks it's a really good movie, nobody will watch it. Not nobody. Less. I get less views on videos I think are really good. Appreciate everyone watching. It's pretty humbling sometimes to think about how loyal so many of you watching are to my channel, and I appreciate it. I appreciate the support and the kindness that you guys share. So, got back from Las Vegas on Monday. It's Thursday now. But before that, if you want to save money, don't subscribe to tobacco sites, subscriber emails, things. Don't do it. Okay? I do, because I apparently want to spend money. And I looked, and I ended up buying a pipe, which I usually am very particular about. I don't buy very many pipes every year because, well, I have a lot more years to live, and I'm going to assume that I'm not just going to drop pipes. And I hate breaking in pipes, and I'm not a pipe collector. I want to use my pipes. It's basically a collection, but it's like a usable collection. So I bought a pipe before the pipe show. Then it was like, oh great, I'm gonna have to leave this in the box, not smoke it, just in case I have to return it because I bought something more expensive at the show. I can't afford this. But I got this Savinelli 673 KS. This is my first brand new Savinelli. It is really pretty, in my opinion. That's why I bought it. Cool bird's eye on the bottom. Straight grain kind of on the outside. 6 mil. I'm in the process of converting it to 9 mil. Probably a really stupid decision on such a nice pipe, but I'm partway there. So can keep praying for me. That's why I'm not smoking it yet, because it's not done. But it looks great. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful pipe. I'm very excited to have a Savinelli in the collection. In the collection. See, I just said it. I am smoking a J. Mouton pipe that I've had. Beautiful billiard military mount, 8 mil, with some Perfection plug burley. I have a rack on my wall. I switch out for the cold half of the year, and then the warm month of the year I switch out. They're just tobaccos I have access to anytime. And then I try to limit which ones I'm smoking at the moment. In theory, right now, that should be the Warped, the Red Hunt, and Esoterica Cardiff. But having access to all these new ones, it's like, oh, I don't want to get to the end of the season and not have smoked any of these, so I'm trying to get into them. And this one's fantastic. I like this one. It's from Yule's, a tobacconist in Milwaukee. I just like that it doesn't bite me, but it's kind of like Kadri. So it's got this topping on it that is Kadri. I don't know. I need to spend more time with Kadri blends. I've spent plenty of time with codgers. Just because, I don't know. I get overwhelmed by all that stuff. Trying to try new stuff all the time. That's why it helps. Take a deep breath and just have only 2 tins. Oh, which one am I going to smoke today? This one or that one? That's a decision I can handle. That barberry coast that I showed you guys ended up biting me too much. So I gave it away at the pipe show. I don't know if Chad ever found it or someone else ended up with it. People were really good at losing stuff there. Great, nice guys. But, if you wanted a bunch of free tobacco, you could figure it out. You could get a bunch of free tobacco. So, getting there is great. It was great hanging out with everyone. I had to be careful how much I smoked because I can't smoke very much. I smoked way too much, but I came in there feeling pretty good with my tongue, and I left feeling pretty good with my tongue. So that was good. It was really great getting to smell tobacco smoke pipe smoke from other people. It's kind of an experience you can only have when you're not smoking a pipe and other people are smoking a pipe, which you got lots of that there. So it was kind of interesting to smell something really good and try to figure out who was smoking what and what were they smoking. And one that I ended up really liking the smell of that I was really surprised by was Watch City Cigar Simply Orange. That was really good. It was exhausting. Flew in there super early. Then it's a long day. Lose 2 hours. Or gain 2 hours, I guess. Gain 2 hours. So by the time I went to bed and the headache, and it was like 1,200 feet higher than where I'm currently at, I just had a headache all day. Man, sleep. And that was nice when I could actually finally sleep. But man, you were just in there for the long haul. I mean, you only get to see these, this is probably once in a lifetime thing, all these guys here together. Might be for me. It's kind of an expensive venture for me when I'm just in this stage of life that I am. But it was fantastic. I enjoyed every moment of it. There was just so many YTPC guys and ladies there that it was hard to be able to spend time one-on-one conversing with any particular person. I mean, you're always having like a conversation with like 8 people, which was great. Apparently everyone's got each other's phone numbers, because if I got lost from the group, it was like, who knows where they are. I don't know where anybody's rooms are or anything, but apparently they all knew. So I tried not to get lost. That was my goal. Did some walking up and down the aisles of the pipe show, but it was fruitless. Kind of felt like an outsider, because I was a filtered smoker. If I talked to about with any of the pipe makers, hey, you got any filtered pipes? It'd be like, oh, why in the world are you smoking filtered pipes? Like, what's wrong with you? So it's just kind of like, yeah, I probably shouldn't be smoking a pipe. You're right. I better quit. It was mostly all pipes there. There's the tobacco. There wasn't hardly any tobacco, and if there was, it was super expensive. Super, super, super expensive. No offense if you want to buy expensive tobacco, but I was just like, No, I got gobs of tobacco. I wanted to get some Dark Flake. I'd take Peterson, but Dunhill, whatever. So we don't got the Peterson over here. And there were two tins. They wanted $75 a tin of those suckers. It was like, nope. But I did get a sample, or I get a bowl full from Chad. He was sharing that. That was so good. I love that tobacco. It's really good. But other than that, just hung out, shared tobaccos, get to talk tobacco, life, all kinds of stuff. Super fantastic. It was pretty convenient being in the hotel with the show. There was food restaurants there and all that sort of stuff. It was just really easy to stay connected and hanging out the whole time. The smoking inside was a little weird because the smoke cloud got pretty thick on Saturday. I think the hotel staff was not too excited and thrilled about that. They had this little sign at the little bar saying no smoking at the bar, but it's like you're in this like rain cloud of pipe tobacco. Anyway, it was so cool. I made a little sheet so I didn't forget about anything. Yeah, Jason was super kind till when I got there right away in the morning. He let me stash my bags in his room. I was just kind of hanging out, and then all of a sudden you start seeing all these people that you know. It was awesome. During a banquet dinner, I got to sit next to Greg Peace, GLPs. It was really fun to sit there and have chats with him and a number of YTBCers. They were, yeah, it was kind of interesting. You know, I get the sense that in general with the YTBC that, you know, the hardcore pipers kind of view YTBC as a bunch of weirdos that maybe don't always give the best information in their videos, so it's kind of like, I don't know that I'd really learn anything from them and whatnot. So that was kind of interesting to, like, you know, continue to get, I don't know, I see that vibe on like Facebook groups or Reddit or other places, like, oh my gosh, YouTube's the weirdest stuff, which is fine. It doesn't need to be everyone's cup of tea, but I certainly like all your guys' videos, so don't stop making them. But time is the sort of thing that is the best teacher with pipe smoking, if you got the patience to put into it. But he was, he was hinting that a new blend might be coming out from GLPs, some sort of flake. So I guess keep your eyes open for that if you like his tobaccos. But it was, and then I sat next to Jeremy Reeves, try to see if he would say whether or not the Warped St. Espresso would come back out in the spring. He wouldn't say. But I'd be shocked if it didn't. Only way it wouldn't is if government said, hey, you can't do that. Kind of could see that we're kind of a clique. I didn't have anybody come up to me and say, hey, Steve, I know you, that I didn't know them. Except for Niche, the Armenian piper. I didn't really know Niche, except for conversing with Commons. So he was awesome. Really appreciate the kindness they displayed. Gave me a ride back from the airport to the airport. I don't know why I can't keep this thing lit. It's probably because I'm talking and not thinking about smoking a pipe. That said, we were kind of a clique, but if you weren't part of the clique, just come say hi. I mean, you have to put forth a little bit of effort, but you don't need to run away as soon as you say hi. We're real excited to be there with our friends, and we want to talk to them and spend time, as much time as we possibly can with them. But, you know, there's no reason why we wouldn't be willing to meet new people and include them in that group of people that are talking. So, just saying that so that if anybody is watching and thinks, oh man, yeah, I saw those people, but they're at this table and I didn't want to approach them, you know, what was I going to say? Totally do it. Just say hi. So, anyway, out of trying to keep this much shorter than my first video, I'll just leave it at that. I didn't take cool pictures and all that sort of stuff, movies. You'll have to go see Flat Cat Piper and Lady Fire. They did a great job. Some of the other, Groovin' Piper just put out a video with a bunch of cool pictures and videos at the end. Hiking and Piping, Craig, he just put out a video, and I'm sure that Peter, NYC Peter Piper, is going to put out a cool video because he was taking a lot of footage. But anyway, I'm sure I'll have more thoughts about this than later, but I've exhausted my time and my energies. So we'll talk to you later. You guys all have a great Halloween. We'll talk to you later. Bye.
It's a full caliber.
But he's on this side. You see Jeremy Lee's in a green shirt.
Oh, nice. Look,